Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome in to another VR accessibility overview. And this one is for Jurassic World Aftermath, or Jurassic World Aftermath Collection, I think is what it is labeled as now. And this is on the PS5 for the PSVR 2, which is what I played on, as well as on the MetaQuest for the Quest 1, Quest 2, Quest 3, 3S, and the Quest Pro. Alright, first thing, and because this one's not even on the PC, seated mode is the first thing we talk about. And yes, that is immediately available upon the first time that you are able to bring up the pause menu. You can check the box for seated play, and then, yeah, you'll be able to play it seated without a problem at the adjusted proper height. Changeable controls, no. Well, you can change your dominant hand and your movement hand in the game, but other than that, there is nothing changeable in the game itself. But you can go either on the PS5, you can go into its accessibility settings. Mind you, for PSVR 2 games, you do need to be in the headset to be able to see the PSVR 2 controllers in the accessibility settings, but they are there. And obviously, if you're on a MetaQuest headset, you can go into the headset's accessibility settings and remap or rebind any button or triggers that you wish. Do keep in mind that if you do this, any in-game prompts will most likely still have the old input, so you will have to remember like what it was or what it is now when you have it changed. But other than that, you're good. Okay, and for movement types, smooth movement is all you have. You do not have any other choices. I believe that is because at times you will need to be able to quickly hide, and teleport controls may have been making that harder. Maybe that's why they weren't added. I do not know. That is just my way of thinking about it. Okay, turning types. You actually have 3 choices in this one. Obviously, a 4th being physical turning if you do not have to play seated. But the 3 that you do have are snap turning, which is pretty basic for VR games. Step turning, which from what it looked like when I was trying it out, it seemed like this kind of a semi-toned down snap turning. Yeah, I don't really have any more to say about that one. And then, of course, smooth movement. But for snap, and I believe also step turning, you do have the ability to pick the amount of degree that you want to turn with each press of left or right on the stick. Colorblind modes. I am beyond happy to actually be able to say yes on this. It's incredible. You do not need the meta headsets stuff. But if you go into the comfort settings, which is where everything is other than seated mode is right above it in the pause menu. But once you go into the comfort, you will see it just below the main box. And hovering over it and pressing in the trigger, you could cycle through each of the 3 default colorblind modes that are usually in more non-VR games. But it's good to actually see it in a VR game these days. There are the three typical You just cycle through them. And once you cycle through them all, it'll go back to not having any of them on. Now, I will say, if you are on a MetaQuest headset and you need more, maybe it doesn't quite change everything, and you want it to be even more, I don't know where I'm going with that. You can, of course, on the MetaQuest headset, go into the accessibility settings, go under visual, and then into color correction, and the same 3 colorblind modes will be there as well. But with that, it will turn everything, regardless of in-game, out-of-game, everything will be changed to that colorblind option so that you can actually see everything better. Closed captions, yes. As you've been seeing in the gameplay, on the first time going into the pause menu, you will see a box. Just check that little box, and then subtitles and all that will be on for whether you just want them or you're hard of hearing, or a bit of both, I guess. They will be there. See them nicely on the screen. Difficulty levels is a no. You're just gonna have to play the game and just go, and however difficult or not difficult the game gets, that's how it is. That's what they chose. No easy, no medium, no hard, no standard, no difficulty options whatsoever. Alright, for upper body and arm movement levels, I was hoping to be able to say minimal, maybe moderate, but sadly I need to say full, and I believe you've seen me having to interact with certain things in the gameplay, and every single thing that I've had to interact with, there are certain things that you will be able to interact with at a distance, but those are more for making distractions. Any other thing that you actually need to, like opening the lockers or any of that, messing with levers, you'll, at least I did, I needed a full arm extension. I did try as hard as I could to barely move my arms, and you will not grab onto it from any distance other than physically putting your virtual hand around the object and holding the grip trigger, which sucks. But hey, if you think maybe you can do it, give the game a shot. Do be warned, obviously, if you're on a PlayStation, maybe you already know this, but once you've downloaded the game, you cannot refund it. I believe on a Quest you possibly can. Like, if you buy it, try it, and it doesn't work out, I believe you can refund that, but on PlayStation you cannot. So do keep that in mind. And one last thing I do want to add, kind of as a little additional note, there are so many more comfort options, so many more things in the comfort options, such as like vignette and move speed and things like that I did not cover in this video or in the text notes. Definitely go check those out. There's a fair amount of them. But yeah, that is it. Alright, that is going to do it for this VR accessibility overview. Hopefully this video can help you or somebody you know maybe you or them were on the fence about this game, didn't know if it would be accessible, didn't know if you could play it, hopefully this or the notes or both, all on the spreadsheet in the description, right at the top as always. Hopefully that will help you or them or both of you. And if you want to show people about these videos or the notes, give them the link to that spreadsheet. Like I said, always down in the description at the top. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you have a good day or night whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will see you later. Alright, bye!